And we're live. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Craft and Chat. Hopefully, everybody's doing good this morning. I see that there are a whole bunch of people in here already this morning. Thank you for coming in. Wendy at Hardneck Farms, Joe Fix It for You. Good morning. Hello, dear. There is Butler Family Farm. There is Rebecca, Touched by Yarn. Wow, that kind of rhymed, didn't it? There is Tamra. Tamra, I got my coffee this morning, girl. Yep, and my one of my favorite cups too. Good morning to you, my fellow coffee drinker. There is Troy Sutton, and Nanny Tam is in here. Good morning, everybody saying hello to each other. I love that. And I think, oh, when Nan Tam said it's raining hard here, flash floods. Wow. Yeah, we're getting some rain, starting to get some rain. There is my brother Jesse with Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa. Good morning, brother. Hopefully, y'all are doing good. And let's see. And oh, she said cute hat. Thank you. She said cute hay, but I think she meant cute hat. Thank you. Good morning. This is a Megan hat. Megan gave me this hat. Isn't it pretty awesome? She's got great taste. There is the Bud Files. Good morning. There is Buddy. Hello. How are you? Just popping in to say, hey, don't forget to give me a thumbs up over your life, buddy. Don't let Steph see that hat. Why will she take it? She probably will because it has animal print on it. Anything with animal print, Stephanie loves. Please tell her I said hello and give the girls a hug and a kiss. Let's see. There is Scotty with Lone Cross. Good morning. I hope you and Karen are doing well. There is Mr. Paul Honeyman from England. How are you? Good, sir. Okay. So I have a guest today and I'm going to bring her up and we're going to have some fun crafting and chatting today. So dun dun dun. Welcome, Heather. Yay. Hopefully you all know Heather from Milk and Honey Heritage Farms. If you don't, you need to go check her out. And Heather is coming in today to just chat with us and tell us a lot about crafts, or we just chat, Heather. That's it.
Right? Okay. That's all right. That's fun stuff.
So I did not realize the big time difference between Heather and myself until she just told me. Heather, I am going to tell you as well. Oh, there you go. Jesse put up your link. Thank you so much, Jesse. Heather has an awesome channel and she has inspired me to do some things, which I'm going to show you today. So, and there's also one more thing that we have in mind for today. Heather is co-streaming because Heather could use some watch hours. She could use some watch love hours from all of us. She is trying to get her channel monetized, right? You want to get to monetization. And so she could use some watch hours. So I said, well, why don't you come on Craft and Chat? Because I have some things that I need to show you that I did because you did it and you made it look so easy. And I thought, well, she said it was easy.
I hope it was.
It was. So, anyways, okay. So I'm going to show you one. First, do you want to tell everybody a little bit about your channel? That if there's anybody in here that doesn't know your channel very well.
Sure. So I live on 12 acres. When we moved, it just had a pole barn and a shop.
Wow.
And a septic tank. So we did all the fencing. We planted over 500 trees, put in orchard gardens. I had bees. I did a lot of research before we moved, and I wanted Irish Dexter cows. So we have cows. I even researched how I wanted the fencing to be. So we have an alleyway that goes down the center of our property so that we can rotate animals through that alleyway that goes down the middle into different.
Oh, nice.
Yep. We did pigs for about 4 years. We currently don't have pigs. We have chickens. I have 2 goats. I
We
do
did
lots.
we did pigs too, and we did it once, and we'll probably do it again.
Yeah, I love the pigs. It was I don't like fixing the males. Not fun. But
No.
other than that, they're cute. They're
You know,
cute.
Joey was the holder when we got our Wilbur fixed.
I was the holder.
Yeah, oy vey, yeah. That's
And
that's that's the worst job, I think, because you're like, ah, 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 no, I don't want to hold these feet anymore.
I know it hurts because it's hard. Yeah.
Yes, yes,
Yep. You have
and
to wear earplugs and headphones and just close your eyes and hold for dear life.
yes, yeah, because they're not happy about it. Trust me, they're not cooperative.
Yeah.
Oh, and Buddy Maker that's in here, we gave them 4 piglets when Daisy had her piglets last year.
What do you call them?
And huh?
What do you call them when they're babies? I can't remember. Not
So
runters.
I just call them piglets, but we gave them 4, and they had the worst problem with the one that they got fixed. Yeah, because it was one boy. I think they got one boy and 3 girls, I think. But the one boy, they got him fixed, and oh my gosh, he bled and bled and
oh yeah,
fit, and they had to crate him in a crate. It was a mess, and I was like, wow, ours was bad, but it wasn't that bad. But yeah, Joey was the holder, and he said, not again.
We got that. What is that called? That stop blood, like it's like a powder
Blue
kind
coat.
of.
Well, we did a spray called Blue Coat, and it just you spray on there, and it's supposed to stop it. It coagulates the blood, seals up, over a couple of days.
I wasn't doing the surgery. I was just holding the pig.
Yes.
Here we go. Whoops.
Yeah, I know. Whew, I'm telling you, Joey was not a fan. He was like, you have got to be kidding me. I am not doing that again. No way, no how.
Yeah, that part I didn't like.
Yeah. But I will have to say, and I don't know if you felt the same way, the meat and especially the bacon that we got from our pigs when we harvested them was the best bacon I have ever had.
Oh, yeah. So we sold some piglets to some other guy. He had like 3 of our piglets, and he was getting like free donuts and free bread and just feeding all this junk to these pigs. Well, when it came butcher time for his and ours about the same time, his were half the weight, and they did not like the flavor. Ours got all the garden vegetables.
Yes.
Like, we did all the healthy stuff, and they were big and well marbled. And
oh yes,
you feed your animals junk. If you're wanting to eat it, feed it to be healthy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because it's going to end up feeding you. It was kind of like a couple of months ago. Well, no, actually, it was just like a month ago. There was a possum in the chicken pen. So I had to go up there and dispatch it. And yeah, because if not, I would not have any chickens in that pen anymore. And there were some people that had said, just leave it in there. What do you do? Why did you take? Because I said I had to dispatch it, and then I had to get it out of there. And they were like, why didn't you just leave it in there and let the chickens eat it? And I was like,
I don't want to eat that.
Eggs. No, I don't know what that possum could possibly have rabies. And yeah, no, I don't want that transferred to my eggs and then me ingest all that. So
you have to be mindful of like what you're putting into your animals, whether or not they're just pets.
Yeah, exactly.
Like just, I don't know why people just don't think.
Jesse is giving us some education here. A female pig is called a gilt.
Yes, my pig's name was Boris.
Oh, that's funny because a male pig is called a boar. You called it Boris. Well, we let Joseph, our son, name our second we got a boar, which is how Daisy ended up getting pregnant. We didn't have Link fixed. We let Joe name Link. Well, he named it actually after a character in something, because Link had one black arm and then he had one arm that was patterned with the rest of his body. And he said, oh, he reminds me of that character. Gosh, I wish I could remember what it was. But everybody else thought it was Sausage Link was the reason we named him Link. And it wasn't. They were like, no, that's not what it is. I'm sorry, I interrupted you and I got you off track. So you have had pigs, you have chickens, you have goats, and you have cows. How many cows do you have?
Yeah, we have 15.
Wow.
Yeah.
Goodness
Yeah.
gracious.
So we intentionally breed in August.
Mhm.
We have 5 mama cows, and then we separate like when the babies get separated, we stay together. So we have the babies together, and then we have what we call the yearlings who are about to turn 2, say now this summer, in their own pasture.
Oh, nice.
So we keep separated. We do fix all the males and stuff like that. We sell all of them but one cow that get butchered. We keep the mamas. The mamas are always, kept along with Otis, the male. What else? I do lots of crafting things.
You do?
Yeah. All kinds of things. Cooking, baking. I love being outside more so than inside.
Me too. It's just not that time of year for it right now. That's for sure.
Well, we haven't gotten any snow.
What?
Not a drop of snow, which is really weird. It's weird.
And we've gotten a butt ton of snow here.
Yeah, we've been on our property for 11 years and it's snowed every year. Like we get multiple, like at least like 8 inches a couple times a year.
Wow.
Nothing.
None.
Not a drop.
Wow. And see, usually January is our worst month. I always, in my mind, I think, oh, December's coming. It's going to be so cold. And then when January hits, I'm like, why don't I remember that January is the bad month, not December? So
I know, right? So I think they say we might get some snow this week.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right.
Maybe.
And that's a good thing. You want that for the saturation of the ground?
Yeah, we haven't had any rain this month yet.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Now tell everybody where you're at.
I'm in Northwest Oregon.
Okay.
So lots of green, lots of trees, stuff like that. So
Jesse and Lisa just went to Oregon to see her mother.
I know. They slipped in and then slipped right back out.
They did a lot of traveling. They put a lot of miles on that Jeep.
Yeah.
I am sorry to those who have come in that I have not said hello to. Peaceful Des is here. Tony at our cabin in the woods is here. Hello, Tony. Good morning.
Yeah, Texas has gotten more snow than I have.
Yes.
So
Arlene is here. Good morning, Arlene. And I think I caught up. I'm going back down through. James Hall came in. He said, good morning. Victoria G is here. Good morning. I'm just trying to go down real quick and say, oh, there is Gail, Southern Living.
Gail.
So you and Gail have a live on Wednesday nights that you have started, all about some health journeys.
Yeah. Healthier goals, just talking about different foods, exercises. It's not just for, losing weight or gaining weight. It's just becoming a healthier you and kind of supporting each other with different meals and ideas and just moving forward and keep going with the things that you want to do.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome because then it gets everybody else involved in supporting each other for that. Good morning, Conquest Josh. Hopefully you are doing good. Okay, so I want to show you what it is that I'm so excited that I made.
Okay.
Okay, so Heather had a video, and I don't think it was, if I remember right, it was not for any collaboration. You just did it just as a to have it as a video for your channel. Oh, hello, Virginia Alexander, if I didn't say hello to you. And so, and Bowen. Bowen, I got my shirt, by the way. I said that in a chat the other night, so I hope you heard that. But I made my
Chapstick.
chapstick.
Oh,
Yes.
that's awesome. And it was easy.
It was very easy. You know, sometimes you get in your own head and you make it out to be more than it is, and you get yourself so hyped up that you can't even, see the forest for the trees. Look, it's easy.
Yeah, I do that.
Try it again. Just dump everything and try it again. Just for the love of God, get in it. And don't keep standing on the sidelines.
That's me. Sometimes I overanalyze things. And then finally I'm just like, oh, I got to do it because, yeah.
That is what we call analysis paralysis. You give yourself.
Yeah. Like, so I've done melt and pour soap, and I have all the stuff to do cold process soap.
Oh, nice.
But have I?
Well, I guess that means no. She said, not yet. Not yet.
I will be. I'm trying to find my perfect recipe.
Okay.
I want to do milk and honey.
Oh, well, hello. Why not? Yeah. I mean, come on. That's what you want to do. The other thing I did, because I had a lot of stuff left over from these little lip balms, was I was watching all of the videos I've been following all of the videos on Cupid's Creations. I'm actually in that collaboration with Mountain Grandma, is hosting it, Tina at Life in the Piedmont, and Gail Southern Living. So they hosted Cupid's Creations, and there's a channel in there, and I'm not sure if you're familiar with her. I think her name is Amanda at Bare Bones Living.
Yeah, I've heard of her. I don't know her really well, but I've seen her.
Okay, so yes, Victoria, homemade lip balm. It's awesome. I do have one question about this too after I tell you this story. She made some lotion bars. So by the heat of your hand, it actually melts and it's like lotion on your hands. Yes. So I got myself a cute little sunflower mold that has all these little sunflowers in it, and I made.
You did it.
Bars. Yes.
Oh, cute. I like it.
They are so adorable. I absolutely love these, and I already gave a couple of them away. I've worn one down to where I like it because the pattern actually fits really good in the palm of your hand when you're rubbing it on your hand. So it comes off really easy, and I like you were showing in your video for the lip balm, you got some shea butter on your hand, and you said, I'm just going to rub this in because it feels really good.
With that, you can use it anywhere, your elbows, your feet,
yes,
you need it. So,
and I love these little things. They are so cool. So those are the two things that I have made. This one was inspired by you. And then because I did this and it was so easy, when I saw Bare Bones Living, when I saw her video on these little soap lotion bars, I thought, oh my gosh, I'll take what I have. I ordered a big container of, not huge, but like 16 ounces of shea butter. I had beeswax and coconut oil. So I had big containers. I have plenty left over.
You can put a few drops of vitamin E too, if you want.
In the lotion bars, I did that. I put some vitamin E. But my question, what I was going to ask you on the lip balm.
Yes.
I love it. But I have one that is lemon scented. So I put some lemon scent in this. Okay. And I think I probably just didn't put enough because it smelled like lemon, but this is what I did. I did it when I Oh, because I was like, okay, I don't want it to solidify on me really quick, so I know I got to work fast.
Yeah.
And I put it in there when it was hot. So I wonder if that was my mistake because
It
it's
might
not
be,
as lemony.
but let me tell you something about using citrus. So
Okay.
if you use citrus in your lotions or your facial care and stuff like that, or your deodorant, and you go
Uh-huh.
out in the sun, it may make you get sunburned quicker because of the
Oh,
citrus.
okay.
So you might want to rethink that one unless you're using it in places that aren't going to see the sun. So, yeah, that could be it. Or you might needed to add a few more drops
Okay.
of it. So
So when you do like lip balm, like I did probably about 10 of them, do you just go like if you go when you did yours, you did a pound of each. You did a pound of
yeah, because I made
your
a whole bunch.
calendula oil that
Yeah.
you homemade calendula
Mhm.
oil, which look what I'm planting this year. Calendula.
Yay, awesome. So those
Yes.
are so easy to just take your fingers, like, so here's the flower, right? You
Uh-huh.
just take your fingers and you pop the head off and throw it in a paper sack or a basket or something when they're
Just let
dry.
it dry out,
Yeah,
or
once
you
it's dry. Wait till it's dry.
okay.
For flowers, seed saving is once the flower is dry.
Yeah, but that's not how you made your oil.
No. So I pulled the flowers off fresh and I
Uh-huh.
dried them flat in a basket.
Okay.
So they're just dried flowers, and I just threw dried flowers into the oil. So you
Okay.
can do a jar. I don't have a jar handy, but if you take a jar, whatever size, it can be small or big, and you cover the whatever oil you want to use on top of the flowers, and you
Mhm.
set that in a jar in a dark place for 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah.
Or you can do it on the stove and slowly heat it over several
Okay.
hours. Yeah,
Okay.
but you want to do it low, like low heat.
Now, I have in the research that I have done, and I don't know if you have done this as well and found this. Grapeseed oil is one of the best ones to use because it does not clog your pores like other oils. It's more of a refined, a uh, a, a thinner oil, if you
And
will.
that's what I used for the last chapstick that I did. What I infused, that's what I used is grapeseed oil.
Oh, okay, okay. When you infuse the calendula, that's
Mhm.
what you infused it with grapeseed oil? Okay, I'll have to remember that because I've been using that. I did a video on,
I
a
think
couple of hand
Costco
scrubs
has like, well, they used to have like big jugs, like big, like, I don't know how many, 1 or 2 gallons or something.
of grapeseed oil.
Hmm.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Maybe
or
those Costco.
like a food supply store,
Uh-huh.
if you have any of those.
Yeah. I don't know that we have one of those, but,
Yeah.
we've got the Big W around here, and I'm sure they have a big
They
one of
probably have
those.
some. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, this was really fun making this chapstick, and it
Yeah.
was really easy. And so I want to thank you for
Oh,
making it,
cool. Well, that's
just
good.
dumbing
Yeah.
it down for me. Okay, basically
Right.
dumbing it
So you
down
can, yeah, right. So you can use those little tins, or you
and
can use like those little small jelly jars and put it in
yes.
those too. So I wanted to show you a book, and it has a few things that I haven't used yet, but the recipes are small. It's not
Okay.
like a big, huge, long list where you're like, oh my.
Yeah.
So I got this book,
Natural body care. Okay.
and it's by Rosemary Gladstar.
Okay. Oh wow. I've heard her name a lot. She has a couple books out.
Yeah, yeah, she does. So I've got a few of her books, but it's got all kinds of stuff for bath bombs, bath oils, lip balms,
Wow.
shaving cream, all kinds of stuff in here.
That is so cool. Okay, put it up one more time. What it's called, the Okay, the Mountain Rose Herbs, and it's called Book of Natural Body Care. Wow, I like that. I'm assuming you got it at Amazon.
I got it on that one with Thrift Books.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So check out thriftbooks.com because you can get them
Oh,
sometimes
Jesse
cheaper.
already dropped the link. He already found it.
Yeah. So check out Thrift Books versus, some other prices on things
Yeah,
like Amazon or whatever, So I really like that. There's not too many weird things in it and there's not
yeah,
too many things to make stuff.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
you can use coconut for your lip balm. It will be a
uh-huh.
little bit softer than shea butter.
Okay. Oh, okay. In place of that.
Yeah, but you could add a little bit more wax if you wanted to.
Okay. Is
Like
that what gives it the silky?
yeah, yep.
Yeah,
It helps kind of solidify it.
yeah. Okay. All right. Oh, Victoria said you can also sign up for emails from her. She gets the emails. Oh, wow. I
Yeah,
didn't know
it's
that.
cool. You
I
can
will
get a little like magazine in the mail. I got one and it's got so much information for free.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
From just signing up from her on her website?
I think so. Yeah, you'll have to look. I don't know if there was a special thing you had to say yes or I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't
Oh,
remember.
I'm sure they want, can we keep your phone number? And no, I'm kidding.
Yeah,
Sorry, I'm sitting on my foot.
yeah.
Yeah, I know better than to sit on my foot. I'm
Ooh,
58. I can't do that anymore. I did it when I was 12, but I shouldn't do it now.
yeah, those things you have to remind yourself
Okay, I
of.
didn't get virgin coconut oil, so maybe that was the problem.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah, I mean maybe.
let's
It shouldn't
see. Need
really
to make sure
matter
you
too
move
much.
around.
Yeah.
Jesse's so silly. Hey, Belt Lube 29. How are you, Gary? Hopefully you're doing good today. So you have this crafting stuff, but also you do a lot of other crafts. You do some sewing. And I saw you on the live that you and Gail had last night showing some of your aprons. So you sew as well.
Yes.
And she makes some beautiful aprons.
Thank you.
They are absolutely gorgeous. And you're getting ready to go to a craft fair. Is that what you said?
Yes. Yes. This weekend.
That sounds so exciting. And I got you up at 7 a.m. or 6 a.m. to get on this
I know.
line.
There's some light finally outside.
I'm so sorry again. I did not realize that it was
All
that
right.
much of a time difference. I wasn't even thinking, and I should have because we were communicating with Jesse and Lisa while they were gone in Oregon, and we knew it was a big time difference, but I just wasn't thinking.
Hmm.
Oh, oh,
I'm sorry, Nanny Tam.
oh, yeah, me too. Gary, I'm so sorry you have a kink in your neck. Hey, Wanda, how are you?
Oh yeah. Massage where it hurts.
Yes. I saw something the other day and it was on, I can't even remember what it was on. It was probably on Instagram or TikTok or something like that. And it said that the way that the Amish like get rid of pains and aches like that is they take salt and they put it in a frying pan and they heat it up. Now, of
Hmm.
course, you don't want to, like fry it,
They'll
but
burn the ground.
yeah, you want to get it hot. And then they pour it into like a tea towel, fold that tea towel, and then put that on, like, for instance, Gary, you put it on your neck and it pulls out all of the impurities and the toxin. It helps with the pain. So
You
I was like,
can
you
yeah,
know, all
you
of
can
our natural remedies are right out there at our fingertips. You don't have to run to the doctor.
I use bentonite clay for that.
Oh,
It pulls off
really?
toxins and stuff like that. I use it for deodorant,
Mm-hmm.
so I make my own deodorant.
Okay.
But you can use it for like bee stings, swelling, facial masks, all kinds of stuff.
Wow. I think I had watched something, oh gosh, about 6 or 7 years ago, and uh, I had ordered some bentonite clay, and then I never did anything with it. I was like, you know what? I had analysis paralysis. I'm like, if I
Yeah.
don't do it right, I'm gonna mess everything up.
So now you're like, now I'm gonna have to do something.
Yeah, now I'm gonna have to order it again because I'm sure that is bad now. When I ended up throwing it out, I think I threw it out, and when I did, it felt like a brick.
Well, I got mine in the cosmetic department.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's not that expensive.
Oh, I'll have to check that out. I do have to go to town today. I haven't been into town. I haven't been off this property in like 4 days, and
yeah. So I was like, okay, this is a multi-purpose thing. You can make toothpaste with it.
Yes.
You know, you just want to be careful of putting it down too much down your drains because it is clay. It could, you know, it could clog it. So if you're doing like a foot soak, throw the water outside, you know?
Yeah. Throw it on the grass with the other clay.
Well, yeah, we have clay probably, I think, about 3-4 inches under good soil.
Yeah. We have it like right under. I don't even know how we have grass. I mean, there was one time we did some videos, and I was like, I feel like we live on Mars. We're either hitting a rock or we're hitting, you know, we're trying to dig down through clay.
Wow. Wow. So what is the temperature where you're at?
Today, this morning, I believe it is like 41. Oh, it says it's 46 now. So we've gotten up to 46. How are you?
So currently we're at 29 and we're going to get up to 41.
Oh, wow.
We finally got cold. We were in the 40s for the lows for ever.
Really?
Yeah.
I cannot believe that. I mean, I would have thought that you would have been way colder than me. I mean, these are the first few days, the last, I'm going to say 4 days, not even a week.
Salt Loop said sweet. She said 29.
With him.
So we're growing zone 8A.
I am 7A.
So that's weird because you guys are super hot in the summer, right?
Yes.
That is so weird. I don't know why, how it works. I don't understand.
Me either. Right now, everything is so topsy-turvy with weather. It's crazy. I mean, Texas got snow, for God's sakes. When does that happen?
Right? Well, and I know like in Mississippi, they're like zone 8 something or another, but they're starting to plant things.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think they still have some ice, but they'll like quickly be planting things outside, as to whereas like I can't put things outside until March.
Yeah. No, me either. I think my last frost date is actually the end of March. The end of March, the first week of April, I think, is my last frost date.
Yeah,
hey, Karen.
And we have
we didn't miss anybody else. If we did, I'm sorry. Good morning. Hello. Come in and chat with us.
Yeah. We have like 180 something days to grow in.
Oh, you have a shorter growing season.
Is it short? I don't know.
I feel like it is, because I feel like we can, we can go the beginning of April, May, June, July, August, September. Yeah, I guess October. No, I'm still growing in October and November. I can still grow. So,
so can we.
It's a little bit shorter than mine. I actually did I haven't done an update on my seedlings that are the seeds that I planted. I think it was about 2 weeks ago, but I already have quite a few things that have popped up, and then some that haven't. So
I haven't even, not even there yet.
Well, I had Joey found me a rack in one of the sheds, and he cleaned it up, and I had him bring it in here in the house, and I'm keeping it comfortable temperature like we are, in an
Yeah.
area that does get some heat. And so I think that's been the success. Plus, it's by the windows.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I have some sugar snap peas that are already up. My goal is to try to get ahead of the squash bugs.
Yeah.
They
Now,
take me out every year.
so Gail, she got ahead of the game and she got all the things that deter bugs, and she started planting and starting all the
Mhm.
things, like whatever she could come up with and find that deters bugs. So
Yes, the
she got
flowers, the
it.
herbs, all
Yeah.
of those. Yeah, I'm actually, even this year, I'm thinking of changing the location of where I plant them, but just the one place that I plant um, is such a, I mean, it's such a good growing area. I did that MI Gardener's core planting method. And
Okay.
so that soil that's down there, because of the way you stack it for that, is just so good and so rich. And it always gives me great. Last year I had some spaghetti squash in there, but my first like spring, when I start getting into the gardening season, if I have, squash out there, the squash bugs will get them before I can actually get the fruit to a decent size. And it makes me so mad.
Yeah. So we had box elders this last year everywhere. But we don't get those weird, creepy alien hornworm thingies and stuff
Oh,
like
you
that.
don't? Tomato hornworms? Wow.
We don't have chiggers.
Ay, ay, ay. To live in a place that didn't have chiggers would be
We
so awesome.
The only kind of snakes we have is little gardener snakes.
Oh,
We don't
wow.
have like, your
Copperhead?
anacondas and stuff that you have.
No, I don't have any anacondas, but I have copperheads, and they are twice as bad, I think.
Yeah, isn't
Um,
that interesting? I don't know.
yeah,
And
that
and,
is
and my zone is AA.
a
And
eight
you're 7.
A. Oh, you
Yeah.
said 8A. Okay, sorry. I thought you were saying AA. I'm like, wait, what is that? I
I'm
never
in
heard of
AA.
that. I'm going to my AA meeting tonight, so
That's funny.
oh goodness. Karen said, what are chiggers? Be glad you can ask that question, Karen.
Apparently they're little tiny bugs that are in grasses everywhere, and they attack your bugs and bite you everywhere,
Mm-hmm.
and
And
they burn.
they leave whelps, and it's not Joey has done extensive research on them, extensive, because they get us every year, because we have a lot of woods out here. And if you've ever watched Living Traditions, Kevin and Sarah, they get them too.
Sometimes.
And I can't remember what he said he put. I'll have to go back and watch, and what he said he put in a sock and kept it under his seat. And then it was like a powder form. And then he would put it all over his shoes when he would go out and walk. But yeah, I have tried everything.
Have you
And I
tried
mean
tea
everything.
tree oil on your shoes?
No, I don't think I've tried tea tree oil.
Tea tree oil kills fleas and head lice.
Oh, wow.
So
So maybe. Yeah.
try it.
They're a species of a mite. See, Jesse, he's doing his research too. They're a species of a mite and close relatives of spiders and ticks. Ugh, that's gross.
And
I can't.
the bentonite clay, if you mix a little bit of the powder with a little bit of water and make a paste and slap it on those bites, it'll suck the toxin out.
Okay, so I'm definitely going to order some more bentonite. That's for sure.
Or pick it up today when you go to the store. Just go to
Yes,
the cosmetic area.
I will go over and look for it. That sounds good. yeah, we've bought every type of medicine, every type of deterrent. I have found that Banana Boat, I think it's Banana Boat, makes and I'll have to see if it has tea tree in it. It may just have it,
Oh,
but it's like a spray tan, but it's an oil. That is the one thing that was recommended. And no, it wasn't Seven Dust Nanny Tam. It was something like borax or something that he put it in a sock, and he was very careful not to touch it.
get off me! Bam, bam, bam.
Yeah. Yeah, he didn't go doing that. He didn't want it all over him. He just hid it around his feet, around the bottom of his shoes, and said that he would, that would help. He had heard that trick from an old farmer on a porch at a general store out in the middle of nowhere. And he said, so it's got to work, right? It's one of those tried and true traditions.
Definitely.
There's Sweet Pea Sid's inspirations, and also Johnny at Gillum Farms. So good morning. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, we're visiting with Heather today at Milk and Honey Heritage Farms. Yes, Nanny Tam. Skin So Soft does work for skeeters, but it does not work for chiggers, because I had an abundant supply of Skin So Soft, and it did not work for that.
No. Yeah.
Oh, old timers. What's poultice?
A poultice is kind of like if you take different herbs and things like that, and you mash it in water, and then they take like a cloth and put that on there, and then you put it around the bite or whatever. The poultice, and those herbs help with lots of things, like swelling and infection, depending on what you use. So those are really important.
I will have to look into that as well. Hey, Dina, how are you?
Like, like lavender is relaxing and soothing. You want to do like your antibacterial types of things.
Yeah.
So that's a really cool thing to learn.
Yes.
Like swelling or
because they swell. The bites are minuscule. You cannot see a chigger. Right. It's kind of like sand fleas that you get on the beach.
Okay.
You can't see them. You have no idea, but when you get those
lobsters at our coast.
Oh, are they?
They're not, but they're big. You can see ours. They're big.
Oh,
no. West Coast versus East Coast?
Yes, because in St. Augustine Beach, when we would go up on the dunes and, run around and just have so much fun, we spent every summer at St. Augustine Beach. When you got into either the jellyfish or the sand fleas, your day was pretty much over.
Yeah, they like the wet sand, it seems like.
Oh, they are.
Yeah, we've got those at our beach too, the sand fleas and the jellyfish.
Yeah. Oh, I have heard of that before, Johnny.
Yeah. So instead of tobacco, use your bentonite clay.
There you go. Okay. I'm definitely going to look over and see if I can find
that book has some bentonite clay recipes in it too. I was like, oh, cool. Yeah, you can add it in soaps if you make soaps.
Oh.
I mean, so many things.
I haven't jumped off that ledge yet. I haven't made any soaps yet.
Do melt and pour.
Okay. Melt and pour soaps. Okay. I'll have to get myself in the groove and it's taken me a long time to get to the making my own chapstick place.
Yeah. So. Yep. It's kind of the same thing. Honestly, you just melt it in a measuring cup in a pot or in a microwave, and you pour it in the molds. You can add color and you can add scent if you want.
Oh, that is so cool.
So it's that simple.
You're making it sound so easy, but again, analysis paralysis here. It took me a while.
Yeah.
Hey, Evelyn, and hello, Julie. Good morning. Now, hopefully, you all know, which it looks like some people are saying, good morning, Ginger and Heather. So they do know. But this is Heather with Milk and Honey Heritage Farms, and she is co streaming with us today. She does need some watch hours. If you guys, we're trying to help her out, get her some watch hours for so she can get her channel monetized. You're good with subs, right?
Yeah.
She's good with the subs. She just needs some watch hours, and she does have some playlists on her channel. So make sure and go over and check those out. And, if you feel so inclined to help out, just start on one of the playlists and just let it play all. So while you're cleaning, that's what I do. I just turn it on. So I like that background noise. I need a little background noise.
Yeah. It's always fun to talk to somebody. I like talking to somebody. So whenever I'm watching lives or talking to people, you're coming with me.
Yes.
I'm doing everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm always like my granddaughter helped me feed kids. I had a live going on in my orchard on my laptop. I was feeding cows.
Yeah.
And my granddaughter, I had her holding my phone so I could see if anybody was talking on my live stream.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, we do what we can, Evelyn. Where can I buy what? Where can I buy a watch with only hours? What about the minutes? Every minute counts too, Jesse. You're so funny. Every watch has that. Hello, Scott, rambling with the brooms. How are you today? Hopefully doing well.
Oh, I think somebody asked where I'm from. Northwest Oregon, so closer to the coastline, the Pacific Ocean.
Oh, wow. You really are. We really are from sea to shining sea over here.
Right? I know, it's weird because I always try to find people in the Pacific Northwest that had channels. Hardly any. Everybody's over in North Carolina, Texas, everybody's all over East Coast. So all my friends are all everybody I know lives on the other half.
Completely different time zone. Yes. Will you I think everything has gone quite well today. I don't think we've crashed and burned. Do you want to tell everybody about your dream?
The weirdest thing. So I went over.
Keep in mind, I asked her last night, hey, do you want to come on Craft and Chat tomorrow? It was a very last minute thing. I found out she needed watch hours. I was like, come on Craft and Chat. We'll talk about all your crafts and stuff, and we'll just chat, and you can co-stream and get some watch hours from it. And she was like, yeah. So go ahead and say what.
So, what I lost it. Oh, the dream. The dream.
Yes,
okay,
so she had a dream last night.
The dream. So I went over to Ginger's house, because she lived, around the corner or something.
That was one impossibility in the dream. But go ahead.
She had, and I'm going to explain it a little more detail. This van, and it was, the creeper van.
Wait, a panel van with no windows?
Yeah. I think there was one little window in the very back.
Oh, gosh.
It was like the whitewash blue with no shine anymore, type.
Okay.
Anyway, so I'm over there and Ginger's like, I'm bored, so let's go. So we all jumped into the van and she takes off driving, and I think there was a race car along the way just kind of sitting there, and you just go and crash into it. Oh, and you're like, eh. And I'm like, are you supposed to do that? And you're like, huh? Doesn't matter. You crash into another one on purpose. You were just crazy. And Joe's like, oh gosh, she's on the loose. I don't know.
I
So,
said, okay, that was a dream. Was that predicting how this live was going to go?
I
Are
know
we going to crash today on this live?
we kept going.
We did. We've done very good today. Yes, one of those vans. Hey, little girl, want some candy? That was me in the creeper van, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know. You just jumped on in there, and you're like, boom, yeah.
And Scott said, Jin's normal day on a mower. Yes, I'll give you that, Scott. I do run into, a lot of
Oh,
rocks.
I
So.
didn't know that. That's weird.
Yes, I do have a lot of, well, it's Georgia and we have a lot of rocks. And then when the grass grows up and around them, you can't always see them.
So we need
And
over
so,
like,
yeah, then I end up the blades end up running into a rock and I end up chipping them, or my deck runs into a rock. It'll stop you, literally stop. I've had them stop me in my tracks before, but mostly they just damage the mower. So
are you into like rock landscaping then?
into what?
Get rid of the grass and just do rock landscaping.
I'm surprised grass even grows down there. Because we have so much clay in Georgia. I mean, our soil is, if you water too much, it could become a clay pot. It's terrible.
I can see you doing that too.
Yeah. So, that's what I could do. I could dig up some of mine. Yes, I do have some. I do drive my four-wheeler quite a bit. I don't wreck the four-wheeler though, because no. That thing would tip.
With the creeper van.
I was in the creeper van though. Apparently I was in the creeper van. So if anybody knows how to interpret dreams, maybe you can tell us all about Heather's dream, what that was about. Oh goodness. Tony said they got some snow last night, Creekside Maples. Hey, Tony. And he's in Canada. So that was a crazy dream, Victoria said. Yeah, that was the first thing she told me backstage this morning. I was like, oh my God, that is so funny.
It's weird. You were in a neighborhood too. Like a little crammed neighborhood.
Which is not where I live. So that's funny.
And I know that. Well, I know you're on the farm.
Thank you, Gary. He is playing the playlist now.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Yes.
Thank you.
And the live on this channel. Gary is very, he's like Jesse. He can do like 3 or 4 things at one time. He multitasks very well. So. Oh, I have taken a wild ride on the four-wheeler. Yes, but I didn't crash it, Nanny Tam. Oh, goodness. So do you have anything coming up? Well, no, let me ask you this. Are you going to film or go live at the craft fair?
That's hard. I will probably film my setup.
Okay.
I just don't want to film people.
Yeah, that's true. Some people are like, nah, I don't want to be on camera.
Yeah, so I'll film my setup of all my stuff.
Yeah, that sounds good, because I know that you have a lot. She has a bunch of aprons that she makes. She does raise her own bees. So she has the privilege and, well, I don't know. You don't get stung much though, do you? No. Okay. So she actually raises her own and gets her own beeswax and her own honey too. So that's another thing that's amazing. Oh, and what I was trying to ask you last night, which Jan texted me and she was like, I've been sick all day, but I kind of heard your question in the background. She told me to add a little more water. What happened is my elderberry syrup that I made, it came out. I did it with honey, and I think cinnamon and cloves. It was a very easy, simple recipe. I used dried elderberries because I do not have elderberries,
That
fresh
works
ones.
just fine.
And so I followed the directions exactly. I put it in the fridge, and when I went to go get it out, it was like Jello consistency, and like a very loose Jello, but
So
it was
you
very
did
gelatinous. And that was when I was like, "What should I do? What is it bad? Did I do something wrong?" But it's got to be because of the honey.
right. So when you do your elderberry syrup, you put the ginger and the cinnamon, what all the things in it that you
Yes.
want, and you cook it for several hours, and you
Hmm.
get it as thick or as thin as you want it. We do ours is real thin, and I just put it
Yeah.
in bottles. Um, but you want to cool it down before adding the honey.
Hmm.
I mean, not cold. I mean, it can be lukewarm, right?
Yeah.
You still get
Yeah.
the benefits of what's in the honey
Yeah.
and mix it up well. And then once it's completely cooled, then you put it in the refrigerator. I
Okay.
wonder if it was too warm when you put it in the refrigerator.
It may have been. I was just gonna say, I don't think I let it cool completely. I
Did
put
you
it,
try stirring it?
yeah, yeah. I mean, it seemed fine when I put it in the container, and the container was glass, so I know that I cooled it way down because I remember thinking, I don't want this bottle to have
It wasn't
thermal shock
too
and
warm.
then bust, and there goes all
Yeah,
my elderberry syrup. So
sure.
I know that I let it cool, but whether I let it get to complete room temperature, probably not. And then I put it in the bottle, and then I put it right in the fridge. So that might have been it. But Jan said just add a little bit of water to it, take it out, let it kind of get back to room temperature, add a little water. And I actually did that last
You
night,
could do that.
and it was awesome. This morning I got up, I took a look at it, and it's not like, I mean, like, you know how you get like a fat cap on top of
Yeah,
chicken
yeah,
broth and it's
right.
squiggly
That's
oil?
what it was.
That was what it was like. And I was like, nah, this is going to be a little hard to sip. You're going to have to take a
Yeah.
bite like Jello.
So one time I made it and I put it in all my bottles. I get those glass bottles from the dollar store that has little cork thingies.
Yes.
So I bought a whole bunch of them because they're like thick glass, and I'm like,
Yeah.
score, you know,
Yeah. I found
right?
some.
And every time we pop the top off because sometimes I'll add like just a little bit in my tea
Hmm.
when I drink tea, and the cork was like popping, like it was like fermented or something. Like, but it's in the
Wow.
refrigerator. What's happening? And I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't understand. I've made it for years and years. This has never happened. I forgot to add the lemon.
Oh. And so
So
that
it
gives it
was
that
still
acidity.
good. It was still good though. I'm like, it must have made something. It made it like, if it did the fermentation process, that's
Uh-huh.
even better for you.
Oh,
So
yeah, that's true. Yeah. So you
yeah,
had the souped up elderberry syrup.
yeah. I'm like, I don't know what I did wrong, but it was like
Yeah.
to add the lemon.
Okay. Okay. I don't remember that recipe for the elderberry syrup because quite honestly, I've slept 16 hours since then. Two, three
Oh,
nights. Actually, it was last week that I made, or 2 weeks ago that I made the elderberry syrup because it gave it enough time for it to get, like I said, it was like
yeah,
gel. It was like,
yeah.
this
Huh.
is not
I
right.
never seen that before. Interesting.
Everybody else's elderberry syrup looks like a syrup. Mine does not. But I did hear you say something last night. You've made elderberry gummies.
Mhm. Yep.
And so you just take your syrup and
I
probably put
add,
it in,
I
add
add
what?
gelatin,
Oh, okay.
and then I use one of those syringes that don't have the needles on it, and I
Hmm.
syringe it into the little gummy molds, the little
Oh,
gummy
cool.
bear. It takes a minute,
Yeah.
to
Uh,
do it. But put it on a cutting board or a cookie sheet if you use like a silicone mold,
yeah.
because you're gonna want to then move it into the refrigerator to solidify,
And
and
you don't
then
want it going like
yeah,
this.
then you want to put them in the freezer in little packages because then it'll last longer and you just take so many out per week or whatever.
Yeah, that is cool. I like that. I like because I've seen them in the store and they are not cheap.
No, and they have a bunch of stuff added to them that you didn't,
Yes,
you know.
absolutely.
So you make it exactly the same way. You don't have to make it thick.
Yeah.
You don't have to cook it down. You just make your syrup with the honey and, the whole thing, strain all the stuff out, and then
Yeah.
add your gelatin while it's still a little bit warm,
And that's pretty cool. I didn't know until I started making a dessert, and right now I can't think of the name of it, that you actually could just get unflavored gelatin
Yeah.
to make things gel up like that.
Do your research and find whatever one, makes more sense. That's the healthier version, but
yes,
it doesn't have all that sugar. People buy a lot of that elderberry stuff at the stores, and
yeah, it's got a lot of stuff added to it. A lot, like you said, it really does. That's unnecessary and that you don't really want.
Yeah, just go online and buy some organic dried elderberries and make your own.
Yes, because it was very easy. It was very easy.
It's very easy. Yeah.
I'm glad you got your book from Teresa, Amy. That is awesome. Our Monday night Bible study, Teresa gifted Amy the study Bible, the study book that we're going through Philippians, and there's a little study book, and it's really cool. So very excited to get more into that. But I'm glad there was a lot of people that gifted. Creekside Maples, Tony and Joni, they gifted 2 books out.
What kind of books are these?
It's just a Max Lucado. It's a study book on the book of Philippians. So it's really cool. Yeah. It kind of shows you how to do it, how to study each verses and all that stuff. And we're going through it chapter by chapter. So it's really neat. Yes, it is a fabulous study. Mrs. Creekside Maples, Joni said that. And I am not articulating it very well this morning. You would have thought I got up at 6 a.m. and went on a live, but no, that was her.
Yeah, I think those are not the gummies we're talking about.
Yeah, Jesse, that's not.
Yeah.
She is from Oregon, but that's not the kind she's talking about.
And I can't do that anyways. I get migraines.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Yeah, I have to be careful going to like events and stuff like that where they could possibly be doing that.
Yes. Oh, really?
All of a sudden it'll be like, woof, and I'm like, ah.
And an immediate migraine. That I'm so sorry to hear that. Just because, it does happen. I've been in places I didn't expect it. And I'm like, do I think I smell what I think I smell? I'm pretty sure I think that is what it is.
So
you can't, there's no way to combat that. And then you end up with an instant headache. So I am very sorry about that.
Yeah, I've had that issue my whole life. But even when somebody grows it, like we have a neighbor not too far away from us. When they're growing it, like I can't see it.
But you can smell it?
Yeah, and so during certain times, I don't know, it will cause, I go outside and I'll get a migraine.
And you're like, yep, I know why that is.
So.
Goodness.
No fun.
Oh, goodness. Yes. Thank you, Joni. You too. Well, we are actually got a little over our hour today, but that's good. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. So everybody, if you can, please, if you have time, go over to Milk and Honey Heritage Farms. It's got a Z on the end of that. And Jessie has been kind enough to drop her link several times.
Oh, thank you.
So if you can go over there and play her playlist, Belt Loop said, who's next? Who's live next? Scott with Ramblin' with the Brooms has a Procrastination Thursday that starts at noon. So in about 56 minutes, you can go over there and you can say hello to Scott and chat with him for a little bit. And then tonight, of course, is Homestead Hangout, which starts with Gillum Farms at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's his time.
Thank you, Leonard.
And then from there forward, he'll tell you where to go to visit with everybody tonight. So, Wendy said she might go live after Scott. So, Wendy at Hardneck Farms. So, that sounds good. We have to run into town. And I'm going to look for that bentonite clay because I have to go get some supplies. But
I have a video on the Melton Spur soap.
Do you?
Yes, it's just as easy as the
chapstick. This was so easy, guys. Do not give yourself analysis paralysis. This was so much easier than I thought. So cheap to make. Heather, I could not believe how cheap this was to make.
Yeah.
And and you will not regret it because then you can make as many as you would like. Yeah, and yes, because so many of them, they put alcohol in, which dries your lips out. So then you put more on. It's just a vicious cycle of this.
Yeah, and like I have mine in a jar, and I just every morning I wipe it on my finger, and it's
and away you go, right?
Yeah, well, I have them in tubes too, but for some reason I had extra, so I just put the extra in a jar. So
there's always a little extra in there. You never get it completely right. So
yeah, that loop's always there.
He does always show up. He is so sweet. Thank you so much. All right, guys, we will let you go. Thank you so much for stopping by, and hopefully we'll see you in chats this afternoon and then this evening as well. Heather, thank you so much. And anytime you want to come back, and we'll do some crafting if you'd like next time.
Let's do that.
Yeah, we'll make it a date.
Yeah, right. It'll be fun.
Yes. All right, guys. Take care. God bless, and we'll see you later on today.
Yeah. Bye everyone. Bye.